I mean, she looks at Rita. I mean, I think she's very powerful. And I feel as though she's someone we can
She's Sphinx.
trust. But that's, I guess, a bridge we'll cross when we get there. But I was asking kind of for my own curiosity too, as it pertains to me. But anyway, I guess we're not sticking around. We are we all on the same page as far as once we get out, we immediately teleport to Harena?
Yeah. Oh,
Is that the best
Only.
option we have? Yes, but is that the best option we have?
I feel as though she would be the only one who could either protect us or be our greatest ally in fending off the Blight King. Because he will come as soon
Yeah.
as we're in reach.
Yes, that is very true.
And I don't think there's anyone in that I'm aware of in Cadiza who could help. I mean, maybe well, no, that temple, they sent all of their,
People here,
yeah.
and we didn't see many of them.
Yeah, so that would be the next best option. But
I think Morak would be thinking like, would be the Golden Lady be okay with this? Like, I mean, we can
What
do
do you
it.
think?
She's my mentor, so I think she would be good with this.
Okay.
and she
I can message her, try and contact her, commune with her first.
that's a very good idea.
Is that
She
something
may
you can
have-
do from here? Like before we leave, before we exit this dimension? I don't know. Is message cross dimensional? Is it
It is with a small failure chance.
okay?
Yeah.
But like
Is
Morak's
Met-
thinking.
I
that-
can do contact another plane as well. I could do that one.
I think Morak's thinking with that is he doesn't know very many gods that would want to help or even do something.
Yeah, I think we've worn out our god telephone.
Well, she
y'all do?
certainly won't be object to us teleporting there. The teleportation circle is a feature of the temple,
Yeah.
and I am
True.
one of our ways. I'm a high priestess of cleric. Well, I'm a
Yeah, even if you're a high priestess, I don't know if you really want the Blight King there, but
no.
that's just Morak's thought.
She can teleport us away if she doesn't want us.
I just think that the Blight King is going to think twice before
taking
approaching
Harena.
Yeah.
Here's
And
another factor.
in a temple of our ways.
Another factor is right behind Harena is a room that had the apple before, and the Blight King wasn't able to get it.
Well, is
Yeah.
that because he
if
didn't
we
know
just
where
chuck-
it was?
Might have been
I don't
that.
think so. Maybe we didn't see him with the bottle of moonlight until after that. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Because that didn't have the same kind of itchy feeling as going through that where we got the scroll. If you recall, that place was really warded.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
It's worth just asking what she thinks. If we can do that now, I would.
Yeah. I'd agree with that because I'd rather not just pop up on her doorstep
Yeah.
unannounced.
Oh no, well I can announce you. I could go in on my own first. And
Well, do you want to
I
ask her
didn't.
before
I
we
didn't mean
teleport?
us. I didn't mean us. I meant the Blight King.
Oh no, but this is what I'm saying. If she doesn't want us there, she can teleport us away. If you remember, she did it.
Okay, yeah.
She's done it
Oh, yeah.
before, so she.
Yeah. Okay.
You can teleport
let's-
us away, but can't you teleport the Blight King?
The Viking will follow us. We have what he wants. Let's just contact her.
That's fair.
We can talk
There's
in
a
circles
point.
forever.
That's true.
Nothing to lose by calling.
Yep, you gotta go for it.
Right. What am I using? Commune. Yeah.
Commune or message? I don't know.
Yeah, you can just do sending.
Commune.
Not that it makes much of a difference for you.
Okay, I don't have sending, but.
Oh, wait, Morik does.
Or maybe you can send it. We'd be much quicker.
Does he?
He had it at some point.
Yeah, he had it when it was part of when it was part of the
Yeah,
sending
changed
squad.
it out. Yeah.
But we're in wartime now.
We just had a long rest.
May have
Maybe
changed
swap it.
Yeah, but we talked about this after the
Yeah.
long rest.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. It's also a quick question. It is 12 temporary hit points for the effect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Have y'all decided on what you're gonna try to do?
So I think I think the thing that we were talking about for 15 minutes we cannot physically do today.
Okay.
Oh, well, you said you could commune, right?
Yes, she'll start casting a ritual for commune.
Okay.
You've reached the Outway hotline. How may I assist you?
Right, we need
You
to
received a
decide,
hotline. Please hold.
decide on our 3 questions first.
Okay.
You home? Can I show up?
Yo, you home? Would you mind if me and my homies come on by?
So I like that it specifies you can use this to contact a divine proxy, so this will work.
Yeah.
So you just got to figure out your questions.
I think we need to ask. Can we include information as we're asking? Like, we've defeated the hacker. We believe the Blight King will pursue us now.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna work that way. You
No.
can just ask a yes or no
Well,
question.
she'll know anyway, I'm sure.
Right.
Is it safe for us to come to the temple? For us to teleport to the temple?
Okay.
And can we have an audience with you? Anything
Okay.
else?
Can you fend off Blight King?
The Blight King. We must give him his title.
One of the Blight Kings.
There's more of them.
Dun, dun,
Or
dun.
can you defend against Blight King?
I think that's part of the safe for us to come to the temple.
I don't think she
think
probably
so,
doesn't know that it is it safe to come. I would just rephrase that first one.
Are you safe if we come to the temple?
No, I would say
you have to mention the Blight King somehow.
Yeah, I would say, is it safe for us to come to the temple with Blight King in tow or following us or something?
In tow, we have him. He's coming with us.
Potentially following us.
I think she will
Pursuing
know.
us.
pursuing. Yeah, that would actually be.
Okay.
I mean, I don't assume that a devilish, fiendish archfey is following my peoples at all times. Just best to clarify. Just best to
Yeah.
clarify.
These elves are very paranoid.
Yeah, good
What
context.
we have something of his that he needs. He
The
will
light
come
has
for
been
it.
pointing here every night.
I was explaining to
Wait for us to come to the
Rieta.
temple while the Blight King is pursuing us.
Yes.
Are you able to defend against him?
Yes.
Defend yourself against him, and what was the other one?
You asked if she would grant you an audience.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
are you able to grant us an audience?
Okay. And are you 100% set on those questions?
Yes.
You get a clear and definitive yes to all 3 questions.
Can go. So I will
Alright.
start casting a teleportation circle with the bits
we
that I
need
got
to-
from.
I think we need to finish some things here first.
Yeah,
Oh,
step
well,
out.
I'm not
first.
sure if we can leave, but these pyramids will take us back to where we fell into this area the first time, and then we just fly back up, and we should be back in the center of the Razor Sand. Watch out for lightning.
Okay.
Right.
Fine.
How long does it take to do that teleportation circle?
11 minutes.
That's a long time.
Well, hopefully it's daylight. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's day.
You can say that again.
Can cast Tiny Hut and again.
I don't know how much the good that will do. Viking
Yes.
was able to get rid of it last time.
It's true.
But why don't we just do it and then hopefully it'll be a fast 11 minutes.
Yeah. Or I go out on my own and cast it. Follow me.
That's dangerous.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Well, if you die, then we're stuck here.
I think we should just all move together.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right, how do y'all proceed?
Put a pyramid in a hole.
Put the pyramids into holes.
Put the
Stick it
triangle
in
the
the
square
hole.
hole.
Mhm.
Okay.
Put
Jazeera has one,
Uh,
and Lujane has one. And you both place them in. You feel that click as it locks into place. They kind of start sparking with electrical energy. And as you go to touch them, your bodies vanish into a strong breeze that gets sucked into the pyramid. Before we continue, I need 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Making coffee!
So if we do appear at the top of the big tower, no, I can turn into a bird and catch Jazeera. Okay, we're fine.
yeah, I can
I
turn
was
into
thinking
fungus.
we did not pick 2 good people to drop into it.
No, we can turn into fungus. It's fine.
Doesn't that take a minute?
Not mine.
Transforming is a action.
Oh, okay.
Coming
But
back is a minute.
gotcha. I wish I had crackers.
I have pita chips and hummus I'm eating right
I
now.
have pita chips too!
Well, they're just as good as crackers. I think, at least, that's in my opinion.
Peanut chips, did you say?
Pita.
Oh, right.
Pita Parker.
They are
right, I'm back.
sesame zatar pita chips.
Hey man,
All
is it too late to change my mind on which 2 people we send through first?
Yes.
I assumed you all went through at the same time.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
We all
just thinking
gathered
about
around.
Jazeera and Lujane at the top of a big pillar, like of open air. And I don't have a fly spell, so I could turn into a bird, but Jazeera's gonna die.
Well,
You've already cast what's the name on us, so that
Yeah, but
would
it takes a
be
minute to change.
walk. Okay.
is everyone still here?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I did not
So-
leave under 2 minutes, so yes.
Luckily, actually, as you all get sucked into this pyramid and you get thrown back out, you do not find yourself in the air chamber. You find yourself at the top of the pyramid as that chaotic gate closes behind you. You look up and you see the reflected pyramid of the elemental plane. The image of it begins to shatter like glass and fall around you. And as it does so, the giant walls of swirling sand that surrounds this area just kind of goes
Rita, go.
still and starts to fall. A giant wave of sand spreading outward. Columns so massive that it feels like it takes a minutes for them to fall.
Good. We're
Um,
casting in those minutes, by the way.
No, I figured.
Yeah.
Keep trying.
Also, what time of day is it?
Make a nature or survival check. It is daylight, if that's all you're interested in, but if you want to know the exact time of day.
No, that's good enough for me.
Daylight's good enough for me.
Okay.
It is daytime. Like,
All right. So swiftly, Rieta, you start working on your teleportation circle. Minutes counting down. You see from miles away waves of sand just crashing over the desert, like as it spills towards you and spills outward. Minutes counting down. The wave of sand getting closer and closer. And you're left there wondering if the Blight King is going to show up any second. And finally, as that wave of crushing sand hits the outskirts of this ruined city that you're all standing in the middle of, that's when Rieta finishes her teleportation circle.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm assuming you're all stepping into it and like leaving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
no,
I'm gonna
I'm
do
just gonna stay
Fortnite, Dan.
here. I like sand.
I'm gonna hit the nay and then walk.
Okay. That
Get
you're
up
the
here.
worst.
See, no,
Um,
I used an older dance so you guys could understand it.
It's not the wish.
So, yeah. One by one, you all swiftly step into the circle and you are whisked away. You come back with this lurching feeling in your gut as though you just like pulled 5Gs and you feel nauseous. Your body has the shakes as you suddenly reappear and find yourself at the top of the Sphinx's head, in the Sunder Mountains northeast of Katesh.
I never thought I would miss this place.
From your vantage point, you can see out into the Unger Valley, or Unger foothills. You can see just barely, for those of you with exceptional perception, the kind of crumbled ruins of Katesh, but you also see a long line of caravan wagons making their way into the city. You see just very faintly what looks to possibly be like scaffolding and carpentry equipment has been erected as the city of Katesh is already in the process of being reconstructed.
Well, I hope the Blight King doesn't get any ideas.
Jane is kind of like a weird, elated, happy chuckle, pointing at the like Katesh in the distance and showing Etri and then just being like, there it is. That's the city we built. The city we're building again. Someday.
You'll have to take me there one day.
I plan to.
As you turn to the entrance of the temple, you see Helena, the golden lady, standing there, her hands clasped in front of her. She has a beaming smile. And the first thing she does is, Brietta, when you turn, she just kind of walks toward you. She's always been a kind of cold and distant mentor, but in this moment, you just feel this radiant warmth as she embraces you tightly and
Helena,
just
it's good to
says,
see you.
yeah, she just wraps you up in her arms and just whispers, I'm so, so very proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. You've the world will forever be in your debt. I don't even know if you can comprehend how much you've done for this world.
I'll lean over to whoever's closest and just go, "Who's this?"
Oh shit! Yeah, you've never seen her before.
Oh
She's
shit!
just
Yeah,
some-
I
she's just
forgot.
she's just some important figure. Don't mind her.
Hirith,
She's all high and mighty, but she's just, she's important, but not that important.
Hirith
Okay.
leans over in Rithian's other ear, the opposite ear from Morak, and says, "She's a sphinx of Awe."
That
Uh,
tells me her species. Thanks.
There's a picture.
I know what you. I've seen it. I've snooped. Rithian hasn't, but I've snooped.
Okay. Um, I'm so glad to see you all safe. Let's go inside. Um, I understand you wanted an audience. And you're free to speak with me about anything.
Okay, we probably wait to get inside to tell her everything.
Yeah.
Once we're in that chamber, we'll tell her all the stuff and that the razor sands have collapsed and the
The hacker.
yeah, well, I was trying to think of the right word for the reflection of the pyramid in the elemental plane that shattered, and then we have Dahaka in this lamp, and that the lamp needs to be protected because he can be released.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were wondering what advice you would give about that.
And one more thing, the Blight King is after several artifacts within our possession, and he'll be chasing us until he can get those.
He'll be after this. Eugene just sort of holds up the cryptex.
I hope we haven't
Between
put you
two
in
fingers.
danger coming here. So.
Matt, point of order, question.
Yes.
Is there now a giant fucking beacon of light on our location?
It is daylight. So it's very barely visible, but
Okay.
yeah.
Just figured I'd ask, because we just walked into, like, presumably I assume it's not fucking broad daylight in the room, so I'm just wondering
Right.
if there's a glow.
Right. Right, I see. Well, this can all certainly be addressed. But first, Hirith, I'm afraid I must collect what I am owed.
She catches her breath a little bit. Okay, of course.
You hear Yusifa's voice in your head.
Hey.
Say, I'm sorry, but at least we can relieve you of this burden that you've been carrying. I'm sorry for everything. But I think what your friend said is right. I should. I think it's time for me and Glacidia to go. you should give me to her.
Where you? She kind of says this out loud. She says, "Where will you go?"
We'll return to Zephyriel and try to find Neferiti. If anyone can fix this, it's her. She might be able to give me a body.
Think about grabbing Acidium on the way there.
Yes, and hopefully she'll be able to fix Iridius as well.
Sorry, I just realized that conversation was probably in Harriet's head, and I just chimed in.
Don't worry, it's all in your head too.
Wait, who did he say that it was gonna help?
Iridius.
Oh,
Rock boy.
wait, how will you talk to him? Confused.
He's going to. He
statue.
wants to find Neferiti because maybe she can fix him.
Like they're gonna take Neferiti to his stone and be like unstone. Donkshin.
I didn't even think Neferiti was alive. All right.
Well, they don't know. That's why they're going to
Yeah.
Zephyriel to look for her.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way.
What's gonna happen? And she says this out loud. What's gonna happen once you're gone? I know I've accumulated these powers from our bond.
That choice is yours. The powers I've given you are a gift that are yours to keep, and I would bestow Wind Dancer upon you as well, should
What
you
about
retrieve it.
the dagger? That's my concern. Is the dagger has the artifact in it, and
You don't have it.
So
yeah,
Hirith like closes her eyes. So like she's probably been facing the golden lady this entire time, but hasn't really. She's just kind of been like staring at the middle distance while she's been talking to Yusifa. So she like closes her eyes and then like turns to Glacidia and says, "I think Yusifa's ready to be with you." And she like puts both her hands on her shoulders.
Thank you, Hirith, for bringing them back to me. And you all watch as these motes of bright blue little lights kind of seep out of Hirith's form and move like a wave towards Placidia. And after a moment, Hirith, you no longer feel Yusifa's presence.
And she looks at Glacifa.
Oh my god.
You suck!
You didn't have that nickname. You don't dare give them that awful nickname.
I'm sorry. I actually, yeah. Okay. Anyway, she looks like Glacidia / Yusifa, and says, "I hope for the best for you, and I hope you can find Neferiti and restore Iridius and restore yourself, and I hope you can heal."
Thank
do you
you.
look happier now she's with Yusifa?
She does. She's got tears brimming in her eyes, and
Is crying
Hirith,
too.
she kind of just takes your arms and pulls you in and embraces you. And she whispers in your ear, only
Uh-oh.
about enough to be audible to you.
Mhm.
I would make this wish yours. If you want to honor the deal you made, we understand. But it is your wish that I would grant you. So you have a choice.
What?
You've got a wish.
And you can
Yeah.
either honor the deal you made with Harina, or you can use the wish for yourself.
Yeah. they've given you a wish. You can loan it out and let Harena use it, or you could just say fuck it.
Oh, literally owe you a wish. So you're getting a wish from these two.
Or you can give it to Harena to pay off your debt.
Okay, that's confusing. I did not understand
At
the
least
Yeah.
exact nature of
that's
this
what I
deal.
interpreted, Matt. You
No,
confirm or deny.
No, I.
Logan's exactly right. Yeah.
You can either be selfish and be like, no, I wish, we had the candle, or you could be like, I'm a good person.
I'm just gonna look up the fucking spell real quick.
No,
It's
it's not.
don't even look at the spell. It's not gonna
No,
work the same as the
it's-
spell.
This is
This
where I
is a
think it's-
story element.
This is wish magic. Wish magic is different from the spell wish.
Correct.
It's some homebrew MacGuffin stuff going
Yeah,
on.
wish magic is like actual genie magic, where it seems like the spell wish is human magic trying to recreate inherent magic.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm getting a wish from
Yasifa and Glacidia, because together they're strong enough to grant that magic again.
and then why can't I just do both?
Because they're granting you a wish.
Yeah.
If
You
you
owe
use
a
it-
wish to Harena. So you can either honor your deal with Harena, who saved your life,
Right.
or you can use the wish for yourself.
Why can't I do
don't
why can't I do both though? I don't understand.
understand.
You only have one wish.
I don't understand why this is confusing. I don't know how to explain it better.
It's
Chelsea.
one wish. You can
Chelsea.
give it to Harena, or you can
Yeah.
use it yourself.
Yeah.
I thought Harena had a wish that I guess I'm not understanding how
Okay, when you made the deal with Harena,
Yep.
she asked that you owed her a wish. This is the
Okay.
wish that you owe her, but you can use it for yourself.
Okay.
Oh!
See, I misunderstood this too because I thought it was like, hey, I have a task for you that you have to do. Not,
No.
hey, go find some fucking genies. I
No,
want a
it's
wish.
literally
Hunt it
a
down for
wish.
me.
It's
This
not.
is-
It's not. I have a request.
I guess
Let
I
me explain it better. You
No.
now understand in this moment that Harena saw far enough ahead that knew that this moment was going to happen, and now she's
She-
collecting.
I
She's
get it.
big
Okay. So
Big brain.
I for some reason I was thinking like yeah. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hirith is
God.
gonna give the wish to Harena.
Okay.
Reluctantly.
Should have wished for the fucking candle.
Damn it.
You actually feel like a sense of relief coming from both Harena and Glacidia. And Harena just kind of nods her head to you, Hirith, and then she approaches Glacidia, who turns to her. And then Harena simply states, I wish to know the identity of the godchild. And
What?
for a moment,
Morak is like, what?
Glacidia closes her eyes, and then you can see Harena's eyes fluttering as well, as just stone cold knowledge just dropped into her head.
I think she's just asked us, but asked one of the questions we want answered.
Did it drop in with a stunner? Eh?
I
Okay.
have the name of.
Okay, alright.
And then when it's over, Harena just looks at Glacidia and says, thank you. And Hirith, I thank you for honoring your deal.
Hirith nods.
Right. Well, guess now we need to address everything else.
Could that wish have killed the Blight King, do you think?
This
Or opened up this thing?
The world may
who's the
never
godchild?
know.
Oh,
A
well.
wish is a very powerful thing. You probably could have done anything you wished for, Liu Zhang.
Okay, thanks, Morak.
You're
Could
welcome.
I have wished for more wishes? Sorry.
I mean, you could theoretically wish for more wishes, but I don't know if they have the wish capacity to fulfill more wishes. They could give you like an IOU for 8 million years.
Wish
When do you get your
spells.
next wish that you can give out? You two.
Yeah, what's the cooldown?
Yeah, what's the cooldown? What do you regen?
What's your CD?
What's your mana?
I'm not answering any of this.
I
This
I
is
assume
some
it's like
meta
You can
out
wish
of
for more
character
wishes,
bullshit.
but only in bunches of 3.
I assume it's like a one-time thing where the power of them combining is the cause of getting a wish, and not like it's
Once
a
they get
once-a-day
back
thing, and
to
they're like,
full power,
Well, yeah, they
it's
just
different. But
fusion danced. They
Oh,
just
so-
fusion.
oh, fuck you.
It's the love
Also,
effect, right?
I do want to point out that probably when Glycidia and Yosifa merged, that transfer of memories, like Glycidia probably knows that here got
Yeah.
got feelings for her. So
Oh,
Oh, that one person that we just left to die. I remember.
Remember, she's now watching you with that random war criminal that you had in a cell. That's all.
That's
oh
all.
god.
Yeah.
Baby, grind on me. That's all I'm saying.
well, Yosifa was there for that too. So I think you know.
I thought, yeah, that's what you were referencing. Oh no.
Later, they're gonna have a conversation where she's like, "Did you watch?"
Did you have feelings for her?
So
Wait, what happens if they stay hooked up for? Do they mind merge?
All right, why don't we like get back on track now?
Okay.
I think this,
Okay,
This was supposed to be like a powerful story
No,
moment.
It
It
is.
was.
It is.
And
It was.
But now I just have questions. I'm
Yeah, that
curious.
was lots of questions.
anyway,
That means you did a good job if
Yeah,
we
that means
care
you-
enough to be
yeah.
curious.
Matt, if we're rambling about the dynamics of your in-game plot device, you're doing a good job.
oh,
Matt, if there's a
gosh.
TV show and I have to pause it to talk about something, that TV show's done a good job, okay? Congratulations. You should savor this moment.
Oh goodness. All right.
Yeah, just take a break. Play around like Elf.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Had to ruin it somehow.
So the Blight King shows up, and
He wears
Where's
your
everyone?
skin as cloaks.
And
Anyway.
just looks at Mark and says, "Kill. They're dead. Death. Something like that."
Okay, so basically, Lujane said, asked if that wish could have done things that they needed to do, and Mark was like, "Yep, probably." And
Yep.
here it says,
She used
I-
it for one of them anyway. Who, Helena, who is the
Well,
godchild? that you-
real quick, let Harith ask her question first.
Okay, yeah.
no, she's just gonna look at Lujane and with like, I don't know, guilt, I guess. And she's like, I guess it could have. But
Yeah,
I think Helena can help us too.
yeah.
Well, I'm not saying
Sorry,
she.
I just
Whoever
wanted
this godchild is, they must be fucking important, though.
Yeah, and Helena saved my life, so I had to.
I know.
I'm sorry for everything.
It's okay.
Is Glycidia and Yosifa still there? Or
They
they
are,
Lydia?
yeah.
Okay.
They're still there.
Yosifa.
Eusidia, come on.
You
Yosidia. That's actually a cool name.
Yeah. You can go ahead and what were you asking?
She asks Helena, who is this godchild? Is it something important? Do you need help with something?
It is important. You aren't the only people that I've approached with a task. There have been others. who have gone on important missions such as yourself, and some have succeeded and some have failed. But with every victory, we've gotten one step closer to preventing a fourth age of ruin. But your job is done, and it's time for others to take up that mantle. I've asked a lot of you. I've asked you to put aside your personal missions to help me, and it's time I return the favor. What can I do to help you?
Oh, do you know the name of the Blight King?
I'm afraid I don't.
Could you have a look at this
And
cryptic
that's
for us?
another thing we could have used the wish for. Shame.
Never mind. Do you? Could you have a look at this cryptex? Not for too long though, because it's dangerous.
Eugene starts hissing.
Um,
I will
co-
tentatively hold it out.
why don't you? Right. Um. Yes, I will. I will take a look at this. So she reaches out and she takes it from Lejeune and holds it in her hands. And in that moment, she looks at you, Rieta, and she just says, "Have faith." And you
I do.
watch as long, spindly fingers creep up behind Herena's shoulder, and you see as the towering form of the Blight King rises up
I
behind
knew it.
her,
I knew it. I
and
wanted to trick her so bad.
he takes the cryptex from her hand, says, "A deal is a deal," and he drops the flask of moonlight into her hands.
Fucking knew it. I knew the second she was so fucking huggy, I fucking.
He looks at you all, grinning, and with a wave of his hand opens a portal, and through it you can see this vast primordial wilderness shifting through the seasons and landscapes, from glens and waterfalls to flowered fields and towering trees. And he just gives you all a curt bow and steps through the portal.
Uh,
Uh,
can I take any action throughout this sequence?
It depends. Do
How
you
big
have
is
a
the portal?
do you have a reaction that you can use?
Oh, not a reaction. That was a pretty fast.
Well, this is part of
okay.
his turn. Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
technically. So he steps through, and the portal begins to shrink around him. But then Herena raises a hand, and it stops. She goes, "It was important to orchestrate these events that have led up to this moment. I needed the name, and I needed this way to find them. And I told you that you could either take the path to ruin or tyranny. But I said there was a third path, and I can show you the way there. You are strong enough to beat him, and I'm sorry if you feel betrayed. But this is your opportunity."
Sure, you've done something that will help us in the long run.
You
have the
fucking
moonlight.
piece of shit.
No.
God damn bitch. Mother.
I'm gonna start
Keep
moving
getting
towards the
betrayed.
portal.
This is-
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Lujane's
start
running into the
moving
portal.
towards the portal.
Too familiar.
Reactors very much know. It's important what she said. It's about having faith. Sometimes people do things that you think aren't the right thing for
That
you.
sounds really
Yeah.
cool. Bye.
Shane's through the portal already.
Well,
Yeah.
real quick, Lucian, as you're heading towards the portal, Adyrn catches you by the wrist. And you see he's pulled out the book, and he goes, I can't go with you. if you're going after the Blight King now, I need to take this back to our people and warn them what he's capable of. I'm sorry, Leger.
Okay. Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Come back.
We'll see.
Here is also gonna go through the portal. She glances at Glacidia, Yusufa, and just sort of like, I don't know, exchanges a look with them. And then as she's about to go through the portal, she kind of addresses Rieta and Adyrn at the same time. And she looks pretty pissed. And she's like, yeah, I should have had faith. I should have had faith in myself rather than in. And then she just goes in.
Harita looks hurt, but she understands.
Yeah, well, okay.
I say to Arena, show me the way. This other way.
All right.
That
That's
isn't the way
It's through the portal.
is
Yeah.
through the portal.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's what she was. That was what she was referencing.
She's holding the portal to the Feywild open to
Matt,
you.
Oh, right, okay, then I'll go
Second,
through the
a
portal.
little light trail, sort of like
Uh,
Fable style,
the-
just goes
yeah.
leads right to the portal.
Right.
The second
Yeah,
I get
but
in
that's
there,
not to say that that isn't what one of the other ways, like tyranny or ruin.
Well,
That's why I was saying. show me
I
the-
love Rachel. Someone literally is like, you have 5 seconds, and you're like, okay,
Show me the way.
theological discussion.
I'm showing the way. She will just say, show me the way.
She said she's keeping the way open. and
Okay, then she
is-
will
Yeah.
dash through it.
Matt, the second I get in there, I want to take a deep whiff and just see if I smell anything familiar.
Like rats.
Like the Blight King's anus.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's fucking hard and he's got just a.
Well,
am
let me
looking.
real quick just describe what you see as you all step through. And
Plainest.
how do
Great
I?
Anus.
There we are. South.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the. Is it shift or space to bring y'all to the same
Why are you asking
thing I'm
me?
looking at?
Should be shift click. Space click doesn't sound right.
So you should all be seeing what I'm seeing, which is the 6 of you.
Might be
The
control
southern
click?
part of the map.
Yeah,
we
I
are
see
on the
it.
southernmost point.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We're south.
I'm just saying
And
that
it's-
for everyone who doesn't know.
It's zoomed in a pretty good bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'll have to zoom
I
out
was
just to
like
find
in
it.
some black part of the map, so I had to.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
yeah,
it's
but I
either-
thought
it might be alt click. It's one of the clicks.
No, I had to drag myself to find out
Yeah,
where I
so
was.
it is.
Yeah.
It is shift. No, it says shift click. Shift and left mouse button.
but it's not moving y'all to my point of view.
I mean,
Yeah, it says
I'm
just hold the
I
shift
don't
key while you
think-
ping that location. So.
there. You go.
There
you have
you
to
go.
you have
There
to
you go.
hold it.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. You
Nice.
Just a long
There you go.
hold.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, as you step through the shifting scenery, you step out onto a mossy cobblestone road, flanked by 40-foot high, thorny hedgerows. You see to the west, the hedgerows kind of cut you off, but there does appear to be an opening shortly to the east. You see that the sky is divided between night and day. You see the sun in the east, and you see the moon to the west. Everything dark and shrouded in nightfall to the west. Everything bright and sunny to the east, with twilight there in the center. And yeah, you made a 21 perception check. What is it that what familiar smell are you checking for?
Anything that would necessarily give off
Like
not even Blight King. Just Fey-like smells, excessive smells of incense, milk, honey, stuff like that.
Okay.
Just
So from where you are at the moment, you smell a lot of greenery. You get a hefty aroma of flower petals from somewhere, and perhaps even the distant smell of rain.
Be right back, but I'm listening.
How do you all want to proceed? Well, I guess we'll wait until Chelsea gets back.
Okay. So, did Helena need the name so that she could use the bottle of moonlight, or wouldn't the bottle of moonlight have already delivered her?
She needed to know the identity, and then she needed the bottle. She implied that she needed to know the identity before she could use the bottle of moonlight, but she did need both.
Okay.
I think
'Cause you
it's
can't-
what you
it doesn't-
consciously desire, not like, oh, you subconsciously desire it. We'll lead you in the general. I think it
So
has
you
to be
can't
like,
say I want the tallest man and have it point to
Yeah.
the tallest man. It has to be someone of like a determinate name, identity, object, something like that. Is that correct?
More or less. There might be something else at play that you're just not aware of.
All right.
Ooh, hot.
Ooh.
Battery low.
Spicy.
Spicy, zaddy. Okay.
And I'm almost a little bit glad that Jacqueline's not here because I was worried Jazeera would just straight up try to kill her in us.
No, I was thinking about it, dead ass, but I had to be like, Rithian doesn't know that this is weird. Rithian does not know that this is weird. Rithian just knows that this very smiley lady is like, hi, welcome back. Everything's gonna be fine. So he's just like, I guess this is their party, mom.
Yep. What a bitch.
Yeah, sometimes people do things that you go, fuck you, and you're like, yeah, but maybe they're.
I mean, she might have been
No, like-
genuinely happy, but maybe genuinely happy that we got the thing for her.
And
Not
yeah,
that we-
back.
Yeah.
Like me, Frosty knows that she's probably doing something very good, and this is all going to work out better because of it. Lujane is just going to be pissed the fuck off.
I mean, Hirith is pretty mad too.
Yeah.
So is Morak. You know,
Also-
her dying would not be a problem with him now.
I don't think Hirith is to that point. I think she probably feels like she doesn't have a right to be mad, but she is mad, so she's just gonna be mad.
Someone betrays, but Morak holds a grudge.
Yeah, you're going to be, casting your whatchamacallit.
Divine intervention.
Okay. So, Chelsea, you're back?
Yep, I'm here.
All right.
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom real quick.
So you step out into the space. What do y'all do? Do you vent your frustrations to each other? Do you
I'm gonna try
Explore?
to stab a piece of plant life and see if it bleeds.
Which fucking way
Okay.
did he go?
I didn't see.
I didn't either.
Did I see, Matt, with my perception?
Because of the rapidly shifting scenery, you would have no way of knowing where he stepped
Okay.
out compared to where you stepped out.
Also, I
Okay.
imagine like the portal, like when you look at a hot road, how like the air wavers,
mirage?
Yeah.
I imagine like that's what a portal's like. So it was probably looking distorted.
The plants do not bleed, but they do curl around the blade and try to suck it into them. But you're strong enough to pull your sword out.
Hirith kind of like looks at Rithian oddly, like she's like, what are you doing?
He's checking if we're in the Feywild or not.
And Rithan, you do feel that cavity in your eye start to itch, as though there's something kind of possibly growing in response to being into this place.
I'll tighten my bandages. Just
Gross.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any other There's a curvature here. Maybe it's a circular maze, and we need to go to the center.
Or
Lujan's gonna
maybe
try
it's
and
just
stick through.
somewhere else.
As you step out, you watch this kind of squat goblinoid being with this beaten gray stovepipe hat kind of step around the corner and out of sight to the
You
east.
said this was 40 feet tall.
Yeah.
Hey, Lujane, want to fly above?
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 minute.
Ah,
Okay, it's gonna take.
never mind.
Oh,
I got this. She flies. I'm gonna activate my gift, my elemental gift.
Yeah, as you try to fly above the hedgerows, enormous thorny vines begin lashing out, trying to
Okay.
grab at you. What's your AC?
Fuck. Hold on. 16?
You take 21 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled and restrained as you begin
Jesus.
to be dragged into the hedge.
And
Oh.
this is why I was
How high up
stabbing
is she?
the plants.
She flew up to the 40 feet, or yeah. What's your speed been flying?
It's just 30.
Okay, so it would have been a couple of rounds technically before she flies up, but as soon as she crests the top of the hedges, that's when they lash out, and they've started pulling her in, so she's less than 40 feet.
Okay, I'm
We'll say
gonna.
she's like 20 feet away now.
Okay, I'm going to use my telekinetic shove to pull her out.
Ow!
Okay. Interesting.
You can willingly save that,
You're
or
gonna
fail that
take
save,
you're
I'll
but
gonna
it
take
fail it.
breaks grapple.
thorn damage. You're gonna take thorn damage.
I know. As you rip me
But
out
it
of
breaks
the.
grapple.
Rolled a 9 on the strength.
Technically, it's
vines
a
are
save for
not
Heareth, but yeah,
well.
and
Yeah,
she's allowed to fail. But yeah,
yeah. So you do get pulled out of the vines, and are pulled safely back to ground.
Okay, that option's out. She
Yep,
says as
nope.
she's like covered in lesions.
Matt,
take a
have
moment-
to say- Matt, have to say this fall damage.
Oh, true.
She's
She's
flying.
40
I'm
feet
fine.
up.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
If she was hover keeps her aloft. I was gonna say because if she's
Yeah, 'cause it's
restrained, movement speed
hover.
0, you would
Um,
drop and take it, but hover.
Yeah, okay.
So you take a moment now to really look around and pay attention to your surroundings. You see these hedgerows; they've got like 6-inch long thorns, and you see pierced on them a variety of birds and flying insects and other small animals that have been impaled upon these thorny hedges.
I hate the Fae.
This is why I was stabbing the plants earlier. You never
What
know what's
exactly
going on here.
is the Fae?
Looks
It was a
exactly
good
like
decision. Let's follow that goblin.
Goblin. What?
Yeah, I saw a goblin with a funny hat that's probably related.
That you're related to?
Excuse me.
I see some weird effect right here.
As you go around the corner, you do see him. He's kind of like looking at this dead end he stumbled into. He's carrying an enormous sack that's probably 3 or 4 times larger than he is.
Luke Goblin!
Santa Goblin!
He's got this battered
Goblin.
patchwork stovepipe hat. He's wearing an eye patch. He's got all of these, mismatched clothes and things. And as you try to get to your attention, like he immediately turns to you in a bit of a fright. What? Yes. Hello. Welcome. Hello. How can I help you? Yes.
Where's the Blight King?
I don't know what that is.
He wears a cloak like this, or he would if I hadn't stolen it. Where is he?
They probably know him by his actual name.
Rats,
Yeah.
12 foot tall, that sort of shit.
Seen him around. But, I mean, who knows really where he is? I can't see over these bloody hedges. Please, allow me to introduce yourself.
That
Wait, I had that backwards. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Balinock, Goblin Merchant Extraordinaire. You come for wares? Yes? Trade?
I mean, we do have coin, and Khajiit has wares.
always. Let's see what you've got in that sack.
What do you trade in?
That's what I
Do
was
you
about
accept
to ask.
gold for currency?
All sorts of things. And he opens up his bag, and you see him like having to halfway dive into it and just starts throwing things out. You see items and weapons of all kinds being flung out briefly before they vanish into like pixie dust. He eventually comes out with this flask full of this very verdant green liquid. He goes, "Here, look at this. It's so fucking great. It's got to be like awesome, right? It's got to do something great."
Wait, you don't know?
It's fake.
No? Let's find out. He pops the cork and chugs it and goes, spicy. And you just watch as his body starts to dissolve, eaten away from acid. And he just turns into a puddle of muck. And then you watch as an exactly identical goblin steps out of the hedge and goes, that was unfortunate. Oh, hello. Are you here to buy?
Ballynock?
No, I am Olibok, merchant goblin extraordinaire.
Okay, well, don't drink that.
Yeah, it's acid.
I think we've all learned a lesson today.
All right, let's,
You want something? Yes. Oh, what about these? Fucking beans! And he just holds out this handful of beans in your direction.
Do you have any
grabbing a
health?
can of beans. What the
What do you need health potions? I have fucking beans! Here, look, watch this. And he kind of eats one of the beans. And you watch as his body explodes. You are covered in blood and gore as this enormous beanstalk grows hundreds of feet into the air in front of you.
Oh,
Holy shit.
And in your moment of confusion, you see a pair of enormous golden scissors kind of go out from behind the beanstalk and cut it, slicing it, and the entire thing kind of just falls over and crashes into the hedgerows before turning into golden motes of dust. And you see a third identical copy goblin standing there. He has the scissors in his hand. He closes them up, sheaths them over his back, and they just somehow disappear, even though they're twice as big as he is. Hi, yes, hello. You're here to buy.
Hirtha's gonna clean herself up from all of the blood.
An extraordinary goblin merchant at your service.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. What was it?
Bakken.
Okay.
Such an established goblin trader extraordinaire that he has killed himself
How
twice.
about information? Can I pay you for information?
Perhaps. What kind of information do you need? Didn't you say you needed healing potions? I have healing potions.
Yes, I want those too. And how about a map of this place or knowledge of how to get through the maze?
Oh, interesting. I will give you a map in exchange for a true name.
Morak doesn't need one of those, right? Jazira's not here. She can agree.
do it. Don't do it. It's a trick.
How about Decius?
I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
Midas?
I have
Midas?
Wait! Don't go! I have my things. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out this beautiful crystalline blue rose. And he goes, if you bring me a rose from the spring throne, I'll give you this. Or bring me a piece of charcoal from the Wicker Man, and I'll give you this. And he pulls out this enormous X and goes, "It'll get the fucking anything." Or bring me a pumpkin from the Harvest Garden. And he pulls out this enormous golden cauldron. And he goes, "I'll give you this."
I don't know where any of that is.
Or a piece of shadow from the Evernight Forest, and I'll give you these. And he shows you the same scissors that he used before to cut the beanstalk.
I have a funny feeling he's not going to tell you.
All right, how about I give you some money for health potions?
I do like your bag.
Yes, he stuffs everything else back into the bag. A healing potions, right? Okay. What do you get for it? What do you have? What do you have? Show me.
How about... Well, how many health potions do you have?
No fucking idea.
This is going to go well.
All right. She takes out only a few coins. She takes out like a couple of gold pieces, like 20. Hold on, I'm trying to think. She'll take out like 500 gold pieces from her pouch, but like nothing else.
Okay. I don't have one of those. Right, I'll give you this healing potion for one of those coins.
So 1 healing potion for 1 coin?
Yeah.
You better be sure it's actually a healing potion.
Can I see the potion?
Sure. And he dives into his bag, and you hear like a lot of clunking and clattering and everything, and he eventually comes out with a large flask of a thick syrupy red liquid that you are very familiar with. It does look like a healing potion.
Just a potion of healing, not like a greater.
You have no way of knowing.
I say to her, do you
potency.
want me to check that out for you?
Okay.
With identify?
Okay, how about I give you 5 coins and you give me 5 of those?
Maybe we could have something to eat together. We can do some food.
Why would I need 5? I only need the 1. I don't have one of them.
Okay. Okay. So she just gives. I see how this is where he's going. Okay. Here's a gold coin. Oh, wait, I just remembered I had these. And she takes out 1 copper, 1 silver, and 1 platinum.
Well, yes. Never seen anything like this. All right. And he pulls out 3 more bottles.
Okay, so I get 4. If I get...
You do.
Okay.
Now, this here, she's given you some Thagoskan silver. This is a elven silver leaf. Is that worth anything?
You have elven silver leaves, Lejane.
I don't fucking know.
Does he know the
I think
difference?
I'm being generous.
Does he know the difference?
I think I'm being generous.
Okay.
Here, you can add 4 greater potions of healing to your inventory.
Make sure you denote that they were given by the dude.
Yeah.
You know, when you drink them and they're really just fucking things of syrup with food coloring.
It's just melted slushies in there.
Give me those other items I talked about, and we can do some more dealing. And he kind of throws his hat on the floor, and he starts stuffing his enormous bag into the hat. He has to jump on top of it and start stomping it down with his feet, and with he kind of sinks into it halfway, and he kind of looks up at you. He's like, "Right. So when you have the items that I asked for, just wave your head over this hat and say Ballynock 3 times." And then he disappears into the hat.
His name isn't Bali.
Because.
Whatever.
Okay, so Hirth picks up the hat, I guess. And kind of sniffs it. And then she's kind of goes, huh. I'll just put this in my satchel.
You can add, what did I call this? Ballynock magic hat to your inventory.
If you put it on your head, do you just disappear? 'Cause I
Oh, I'm
want-
sorry. You had to say the phrase "Nick Knock Bolly Knock" 3 times, and you
Okay.
summon.
I'm gonna put this in my notes.
You
It's
should
in the
have
item
quicker
description as
heals
well.
together, too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was a tremendous waste of our time. Well, I guess potions, whatever. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, I certainly didn't like the look of that one. I'm surprised you even tried talking to him, but
Wait, what did he
honestly,
say
now
about
I
a
think
spring
about it.
throne?
The name thing, you need to be careful. I mean, you could find you've got no family, no identity, you don't know who you are.
What?
We should probably not use each other's names while we're here, by the way. So you can all
Oh,
call
code names,
me
yeah.
Hana.
Oh,
Isn't
this will
that
be fun having y'all try and keep up with this.
isn't that right, Lorelei? She looks at
Lorelei, yep. Rithian, you got a kid name? You're from Twantia originally, right?
I do.
And what is it? Come on.
Are you sure? Why do we have to use the fake names?
Why? Because we don't want to give them away.
because we don't want them to know our true names.
Why don't we just not use each other's last name?
Not all of us have last names.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not have one of those.
Give them a bit more information than they already had. If we let them know our first names, I mean, letting them know our last names.
Still our name.
Yeah.
Jazira just says, you can call me Jay-Z.
Okay.
Great.
You can call me Tova for short.
I'm going to update my...
To not have you all have to actually remember all of this, if you want to, we can just assume that if you're using a character's real name, you're actually using their alias.
We also
Okay.
have
Would that be helpful to everybody?
yeah.
Yes,
Do we
very.
also have telepathic bond on, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harry.
Okay.
It's an anagram of my name, so it's easier to remember.
What is
Okay.
it? Barry?
Harry.
Terry.
Terry.
So Terry, Jay-Z, Hana, Morak, Rithian. What you got?
I do want to know the code names.
It's quite applicable for me, really, Terry. I mean, I do tend to stay in the background.
Oh god. Or pun names. Morak has to go first. Rithian stinks
Still
that.
thinking.
Param.
Haram.
Param. It's more like backwards.
Koram.
Where could be that smart? That. He could be actually. I don't know.
He's not that. He's not smart enough to flip his name around.
What about? Wait, what's your brother's name again? We can just call
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Alright.
Just give them your brother's name.
Yeah.
It's Torak.
We'll call you Torak.
That's not confusing at all.
But I look nothing like him.
That's fine. What are we
I
calling you,
Don't
Rithian?
think that's fine.
Well, if we're using the trend of using child names, I was technically born Ren.
Ren,
Alright.
that's so cute. It's adorable.
I also like how it's an R name. You're doing the thing that Hana heareth, Lujane, Lorelei.
Lorelei, Etrian, Elwyn.
Yep.
Yep.
Love ruining
So-
the curve.
As you round this corner, Gareth and Jane, everyone else, you see before you a vast field of various wildflowers, sitting on this kind of small hill. And at the top of the hill, surrounded by rose bushes, you see an ornate wooden throne.
Oh,
Just
A spring throne, okay.
didn't he say something about that?
A spring throne, yeah, we need to get a flower from it, which is probably going to be a very dangerous thing to do, because he's
A
5
rose,
feet away
right?
from it.
A rose?
Yeah. What was he going to give us? A giant pair of scissors?
No, crystal
The
rose.
cauldron, the crystal rose, great.
His voice was loud and annoying. I wasn't really.
But did
paying
my
attention.
identify spell go on the healing potions?
Right, they are in fact potions of greater healing or greater potions of healing or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So they are real.
Yeah.
Potions of healing greater.
Does anyone
Yeah,
need
potions of
them?
healing,
I'm
greater
gonna
edition.
at least hold on to one, but does anyone need any?
Hold on, I'll have a look.
I
I'm
have regular.
holding of his.
I'm already holding on to one greater already and 2 normals.
I've got 2 normal ones, so
I didn't have any that entire time.
I have
So
4
I
normals.
don't have
oh,
any
well, you keep them, honey
Okay.
either. I don't have any
Usually
either.
use them.
she'll give you 2 then. Rithian.
Yeah. Carry 2 on me.
Oh. She has 2 and you have 2. Guys, by the way, you've just kind of noticed like Hirith doesn't really walk anywhere anymore. She pretty much flies everywhere. Well, if we're gonna be lost in here, we might as well do these fetch quests and hopefully get something good while we're stumbling through this maze.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way around that I can see. God, I hate the Fae.
That sounds awful.
I feel attacked a little bit.
I mean, me as a player doesn't hate the Fae. It's just I think Hirith is like hating her ancestry and.
I know. I'm just giving y'all a hard time.
Moric is not used to lush greenery.
Yeah.
Actually, so this is all very new to him.
What's the temperature like? Is it like suffocating, or is it? I guess
Is it
we're
like-
spring right now.
Here,
so
it's actually a nice spring breeze.
Is it humid
Okay.
though?
Not terribly, no.
Why is it
Not
so
yet.
cold here?
It's actually very pleasant.
Moric doesn't know that. He's only lived in a desert.
It's cold.
It's cold to him. This will be cold.
Yeah, you have nights in the desert where it is very cold.
Very cold.
So you understand
Yeah, but
the
why
temperature
is it day
range.
and it's cold?
Okay, there you
It's
go.
different. If the sun's out and it's cold, very different.
What are y'all
Yes,
doing?
very different.
All right, let's get this over with. Jane just walks out into the.
I didn't
What?
I didn't attune to my Bandor. Fuck.
Why do I feel like your sister's is gonna get herself killed?
I mean, we're all getting ourselves killed. We just jumped in through a fucking portal after the fucking Plague King into the fucking Feywild.
Yeah, aren't we all proud?
Hey,
Called
If we
Tyranny,
kill
you'll-
him here, theoretically, he dies.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Point of order. All 7 pieces of the Archfey are in here,
The soul.
which means that includes the one we know the name of. We know about Dalahan.
Yeah.
And his candle. We know about Dalahan and his stupid fucking candle.
Make an intelligence check.
Fine. Just intelligence.
Yeah. You are confidently confident. Okay. Anyway.
We know about Dalahan and his stupid fucking candle, so maybe we can just use his name to get him to come the fuck over here so we can just start on this endless task of beating up pieces of Archfey, because there's gonna be more. 1 wasn't enough. Now there's 7 to deal with because Helena had to go and make everything worse.
Hey, Matt.
Jesus, yeah.
Can I fact check that with an intelligence check?
Yeah, you can make an intelligence check.
The Fae are turning the freaking frogs gay. That's what I'm imagining. Blue Jane is just info warsing this.
That's better than Lujane's.
It is.
That was the same.
You're not
Yeah.
sure
Oh, that
that
was a
both
save.
That
Is
is a
it? Hold
save.
on.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay. Yeah, you're not as confident that Dullahan is a true name of a fae. It may just be a title like Blight King is.
Dullahan, is that translate to something that I don't know of? Is that a title?
Let's make a. What would the check be for this?
Would Lu Zhang know because he
History?
rolled
I
the
speak
3?
to Goskin, if that helps.
It
And
doesn't.
Sylvan.
Yeah, Sylvan.
And Druidic. And Elven.
Because you're Sylvan, I'm going to let you make a history check.
Okay.
You rolled a
Babe,
fucking 1
what
and
the
a
fuck
2.
is wrong with your rolls?
Imagine knowing
Like,
that
you
can't
expect
do-
this character to be the skill monkey of the group, and you suck at skill checks.
All I do is knowledge and perception, and I suck at everything.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds familiar. Maybe a story you heard as a child, but
I
all you
mean,
got.
Lucian, do you think he's really just walking around with his true name?
No, I think the Blight King's an idiot who was just like, well, that's my brother's fucking problem if I say his true name.
All right, let's take a look for some roses.
Siblings can be like that. They can do stupid things to their one another accidentally,
Jazira,
even.
Do you want to check for traps?
So you walk out into this field, a beautiful, breezy, twilight morning. The grasses and flowers are still covered in dew, and you get now the very strong floral aroma of this area.
What is this on the ground? Why
Flowers.
is it green?
Oh, that's just kind of like dense, like patches of clover and stuff.
I'm not
Morak, he's
asking
our
the DM that. Morak
Oh.
is literally asking the group that.
Sorry.
Morak is not seeing grass. Like this, it's so green. It's very foreign to him.
Wait, you have wasn't there a garden that we laid in and got high in together?
It was,
Yes.
but it was like in the desert. It's a different kind of green.
Yeah, it's like like really like yellow green. That like this is green. Like this is odd.
Well, our home is a lot like similar. Maybe not as
live-
wanting to kill the plants don't want to kill us as much.
I don't understand how you live like this.
You have the sand, we have grass.
I like the sand.
Yeah, it's rough, it's coarse, gets everywhere. I
Fuck
understand
you.
why
Come
you like
on.
it.
God damn it.
And what is a rose? What are we trying to look for here?
Jazira goes.
I hate
"In
Star Wars so
here
much."
now, the Feywild
I mean-
where things are made of.
Star Wars was really good,
Now
and
we're
then
into
it died in my
now."
eyes.
Alright, Lujan's gonna take out a cold iron dagger, and I'm assuming these big red ones are roses, right?
Yeah.
Wait, but I
Okay,
asked
she's gonna.
I asked Jazir to
Okay.
check for traps.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you asked Jazira that.
Yes, I did, please.
Response.
Yeah.
God
You saw.
damn it.
She's not
Alright.
asking Borak to do that.
No, I said Jazira, can you check for traps?
She did say that. I'm just saying she
One-
would ask Borak to check for traps.
1 second.
Is trap finding even a thing in. Like, does the
It's
rogues
just
actually get any features?
investigation now.
It's either perception or investigation. Yeah, like Logan
Okay.
said.
Yeah, it's
Can I roll
simplified.
perception? I want to roll something good tonight, Matt.
No,
Roll a
you can't roll
perception check.
No,
Thank you.
banned.
There you go.
There you go. Jesus. Waste your natural 20 on a perception check. Go for it.
Yeah, that is in fact a rose.
I see every worm burrowing in the ground. I am home here.
What's a worm?
Anyway.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to roll it that way. But 13. Anyway, so Jazira steps up and takes a look around. she doesn't notice any traps, or anything that would resemble a trap to her anyway. Lujane, as you are peering into these rose bushes, you see hidden deep inside the bushes what appear to be like tiny little wooden cottages.
Oh. Jane sort of like squats down and says, okay, these are people's homes. We should probably not disturb these.
Can we
They're
ask?
what?
Can we ask them? If we can take a rose.
Huh. I'm tempted to turn into a rat and try and talk to them, but I know that that will not go well because they probably can't speak rat.
Yeah.
Can we just try knocking on their door or like
The
squat
little
down?
tiny little pinky tap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just little tiniest little spore pinky, just sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, they can probably
Okay.
hear us.
We are Horton.
Um. Okay.
Here,
So
here. Hold on. She's like, wait, Lujane, you shouldn't be the one to ask. You never good with people.
What?
That's
I
fair.
resent.
not.
Yes. Okay.
She's not wrong.
So Hira steps over and like I guess kind of like lays down and
okay.
says, "Hello, is anyone home? Can we ask you for a favor?" She says.
Um. Yeah. So you hear then this swarming, loud, buzzing sound, the fluttering of dozens of tiny wings. As several tiny little fairy folk fly up from out of the bushes, dozens of them just kind of swarming around you. Um, and they all kind of just speak with one voice. Uh, what is it you want?
Is
You wish to take from the throne?
there a rose that we could have?
Um, you mentioned a favor.
Yeah. Uh
Gobble knock, bobble knock, snobble knock, throbble knock. Pick one.
let me just pull up the laws of hospitality here.
Wandermock.
Bobbycock.
Um mutual understanding. So I can't really get into their home. I don't know if any of this applies.
Wanderlock.
Thundercock.
Yeah, the favor would be if we could take a rose, I can give you money for it or gold or platinum.
You, what are you? You remind us of something.
I'm an elf. We came in through a portal, but my people fled from this land long ago.
Led from this Tuatha De Alan. You are Tuatha De Alan.
Yep, the gods have returned, baby. Let's go.
Please come in. You must have tea.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but could we maybe have tea? Could we revisit you? Come again later. We're on a very important mission.
Of course. Anything for the children of spring. Um, a rose. For a favor. Um, there's um. There is someone here. Well, not here, but here, who she covets all the food for herself, and we are stuck drinking dew and eating pollen and making honey. But she keeps um all the delicious little morsels for herself. Perhaps um in exchange for a rose, you might bring us some food from her table?
Where is she? Where can we find
Uh,
her?
You'll find her in the autumn.
Can you point me in a general direction?
Uh, they all just kind of point to the northwest.
What if we could give you food? Not from her table, but food of our own.
Um, that might work. You have food? What kind of food do you have?
Well, my sister can make food, and
Yeah.
I have. Right? You can make food, right? I'm not just.
Yeah, making good berry. Bees love it.
I think I have rations. I don't know if we have any cheese left.
She kind of looks over the stuff that you're offering, like, oh, no, this won't do at all. This isn't nearly as exquisite as the food she hoards for herself. No, we would like, um, uh, cakes and fruit and cheese and breads from her table, please.
Why
It's
is
not
she.
fair that she gets to have it all to herself.
Harith nods in agreement, and she says, "Why is she hoarding the food?"
Because she is cruel and rude and she keeps everything for herself, every little thing.
And is she fairy folk like you?
N- Not like us. We're all fairy folk, though.
What's her name?
We just call her the hostess.
Okay. Let's see what we
Rithian, that
can
sounds a little bit familiar to you, actually. As you hear them all say this in unison. You feel like you've probably sat at this table before.
Rithian is delicately hands in shrub and is gonna try to find a piece, like easily grabbable, like a twig or something like that, and just not try to forcefully, but just undo his bandages and lean in and offer
Okay.
a place
Okay.
in the wound.
Let's see if this hurts. Make a persuasion check for me.
Against the plants. Can I burn a maneuver for this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, not that character. Let's see. Persuasion, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So that. And then let me go to my features and traits. Or, why is the sheet flooded out? My sheet is moving at a snail's pace, and I'm unsure why. Such is life. It'll roll once every 3 years, I promise. There's the fluffy dice telling me that's a 16 plus a d10. So let me roll you a d10. So that's a 22.
Okay. Yeah, a very thin tendril of thorny vine kind of crawls up and begins boring into your eye socket, finding a little place for itself.
And Bithian will start, with that done, bandage up the eye and start moving around.
Okay.
One last thing before I speak with the hostess. Have you heard of the Blight King?
You watch as they all kind of like shiver and retreat into the rose bushes. Do not speak his name.
I'm sorry. He is not a friend of ours either. Do you know how we can get to him?
He travels, but he makes his home in the center.
It's very important that we get there as fast as we can. Wait, hold on. I mean, we do want to get there as fast as we can, right, guys?
Yeah, at the moment, yes.
Assuming we don't have to really give up anything too valuable, sure.
Is there? Do you know the way into the center?
We do not. We are bound here to the throne of spring. We are its caretakers. We do not leave.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Take your rose.
Oh. Okay. And she just takes one nearest to her. Thank you.
Just so you're aware, by taking the rose, you have committed to this deal.
Oh, yeah. All right. But I can also say Nick Knock Bollywog. Something or other.
Knick knack, bolly knock.
Nick Knack Bollywog. Okay, she's gonna step over here and do that. So it's like not right in front of these.
Okay.
So she's gonna put the hat on the ground and say that 3 times.
Okay. Yeah, the hat kind of shakes a little bit, and you see this bald goblin head kind of poke out, and he kind of like pulls himself out, and then drags his enormous bag out of the hat. He's like, "That's quick. What have you got? What have you found? What do you want?"
You said that you would give us that crystal rose for a rose from the Throne of Spring. Yeah.
The Spring of Thorn.
Spring of
And
Thorn.
it's right there. Huh. There's a whole bunch of them. All right, yes. I have many colors. What do you like? I have red, blue, green, white, black. Pick one. Pick one.
She picks the purple one.
There is no purple one.
There was a blue one.
I know, but I figured that
Say purple.
I know, but I figured you were just listing off a bunch of random ones.
No, it's literally those 5 colors.
The one he originally offered us was blue.
What do they do? What's the difference?
Do you want him to demonstrate?
Yes.
I mean, how many times do you want to see him explode?
Yeah,
Tell us
better him than me.
What
Morak
colours-
would say all the times because he likes watching him fucking die.
What are the colours again?
Blue, red, green, black, and white.
Magic the Gathering.
He just says, when you hold it, it makes you stronger, and when you blow the petals off, you're fucking big breath.
It's dragon's breath, I think. Yeah.
Hmm.
What kind of breath?
She picks.
Depends on the rose.
Ah.
So does white is.
Let's take the. She takes the white one. Or she
Okay.
points at it.
He hands it to you. It's this beautiful ornate crystal rose that's kind of covered in this biting frost. Anything else? Did you find the rest?
No, you can.
Then fuck off! And he crawls back into his hat.
Matt just wanted to give an NPC like that fucking flail.
Yeah.
Just wanted to insult us again.
I miss Callus. Will Callus return in the next campaign, Matt?
I don't know.
They fucking better.
You can add a chromatic rose to your inventory, and the one you have specifically is the white one. While holding it by the stem, you gain resistance to damage of the type associated with the rose. In this case, would be frost. And as an action, you can blow the petals from the rose to produce a 20-foot cone of cold damage.
Well, this one sucks. Nothing does frost damage.
Well, cold. You know what I meant. Shut up. And with that, we are going to take a short break. We'll come back to it at 9:45. No, we'll come back to it at 9:50. Does that sound okay for everybody?
Okay.
Sounds
Mhm.
good.
Most part.
All right, back in a bit.
Ugh.
When you have to buy a $5 comic just to get the answer to your class? Fire?
Yes.
You can't pirate it. Not at all. So you just have to buy all of the comics.
Do you know which comic it is in?
No, they're all separate comics.
Yeah. Oh no.
Like it's one series, but you have to buy each individual comic.
Yeah. Oof.
That's the way you get ya. Mhm.
That's really cool.
What?
The rose thing.
Oh yeah, the prismatic roses. I love them.
Mm.
I have a bunch of fucking shit.
You should probably use the restroom.
Not in my butt. I have a bunch
Well,
of shit in my inventory.
Wouldn't it be in your colon?
I
mean,
guess
in some
so.
form,
I
it
don't think
is
it's
an
hosted.
inventory.
Yeah, I don't think it's hosted in your like butt cheeks. Like that would be a little odd.
You know what I mean.
Like, can you imagine if
It's
your
just the
ass
tip of the colon or
deflated?
whatever.
Could you imagine if your ass
The
deflated every
tip
time
of
you
the
took a shit?
iceberg.
Man, so the I guess people with the big butts have a lot of shit in them in that scenario.
Yes.
Duh.
All right.
All right. All right. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
Okay, 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 okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
okay. Okay.
I knew that as soon as I said of like, can you give us a favor? I knew I was gonna have to do some shit.
Yep.
I was like, that's why I was like, fuck.
A deal for a deal.
Yep.
So, do you guys want to hear something that's really frustrating?
Yeah.
So apparently, you know how I was having relationship troubles?
Yeah.
Apparently, she's trying to pull out of going to France 4 days before we're supposed to fly.
Yeah.
Hot girl shit. Love that.
Didn't you say that you were going for like 2 months or something?
Yep. And the reason we were going for so long was because her birthday was at the end of those 2 months.
So by her pulling out of the trip, does that mean she doesn't want to pay for her portion of it?
She
Can't afford to.
offered. No, her pulling out of the trip is purely. It's not like money wise.
Okay.
It's purely relationship issue wise.
Oh,
Like, it's not like she can't afford to go on the trip. It's, well, we've been really awkward recently, and I've been thinking, and it's like, and you tell me 4 days before we're supposed to leave.
bummer.
I did ask if. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Can you take someone else?
In 4 days?
Yeah, I'll go with you. I can work in France.
If you want to go to France, I'll take you.
All right, where are you flying out of?
Tampa?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can you come out to
Gotta
New York
figure out
first?
cat sitting.
Well, baby, you come over.
Okay, so
Let's
I'll
all
work from
go.
home in your
Let's
house.
all go.
You work from home in France. Wait, isn't that the whole reason you can't come to Canada? They won't let you? You can't work from
Yeah.
home in another country?
Yes.
VPN, just VPN.
You're a brilliant person there. You mad lad.
They're just gonna IP check you. And if your IP says fucking New York, they're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Logan's brilliant as always.
I don't have a...
Literally just remote desktop. Remote control your home desktop.
What if
They'll
they
be like,
find
"Oh."
Exactly.
you? Oh my god.
Just team viewer your fucking own PC.
I would
How are they
have to
gonna
be up
find
at
out?
weird
They're gonna be like,
hours.
"Who's this? Why is there a strange teenager in your home? Like, what? Where are you working from, Chelsea?"
No, I'll just be out and about while Chelsea's working at like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, the time difference is great.
Yeah, so
I mean,
that's
other than the plane
that's my
ticket, Rachel, you want to go see France?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, honestly, what if I just fly to England and just stay with Rachel?
Well, she's not in England.
Scotland.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm talking about the Isle, okay?
Okay.
That's Britain then.
The UK.
Jeez.
Great Britain.
The UK. God damn. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's England is the country. The Isle is the UK. That's fuck me.
No, the island
true.
is
Because
No,
the
Britain.
Isle includes
England's
Northern
a
Ireland.
nation within a country of the UK, but the UK is actually Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Why can't y'all just ignore? Y'all already have Wales. Just give Northern Ireland back.
I've got no problem with that. If the Northern Irish wanted to
Y'all
be
already have Wales. Just
Ireland as an entirety, then that would be fine by me. I mean,
Just
it's
be
up to them.
with Wales. Wales has a dragon. They're so much cooler.
Up till now, as I know, the referendums that they've had, they didn't want to be part of an Irish. The
Yeah,
Irish
it's
Republic.
dicey up there. Dicey. I have no. I have.
But if ever that changed, which it is changing that way. I mean,
Well, because now they're not part of the EU, right?
no,
Yeah,
it's
Versus
also
Ireland is.
Sinn Féin
Oh yeah.
actually got a foothold in Northern Ireland now. So the
Oh.
installment is yeah, they've got a
I
majority, I think.
see. At least you
It's
guys
slim one,
respect
but-
that. At least you guys respect that. Puerto Rico's voted to be a state like 4 times. We just said no. Puerto Rico's like, we're gonna be a state now. We're like, no, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Isn't that a different country though?
No,
No.
it's a U.S. territory. We technically
Right.
own it. So we own it. They give us money, all stuff like that. But because they're technically not a state,
They don't get representation
they don't get representation.
in our government.
So we just get to vote on things that affect them,
Oh,
and they don't get to
oh.
vote on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC wanted to be a state, and so did Puerto Rico. Yeah, 52% of Puerto Rico voted to be admitted immediately into the Union as a state.
Wait, when did that happen?
2020.
Oh, that sucks.
Statehood won the referendum, but technically only U.S. Congress can say they're a state. So, about that. Guam's tried to be a state many times.
Guam is in the Pacific somewhere though, right?
Yeah, in the Western Pacific Ocean.
How'd that work? Because Puerto Rico is like at least kind of closer.
How did Hawaii work? How did Hawaii work?
Yeah, but isn't Guam even like farther the fuck away?
It's closer to Australia.
Yeah.
It's above Australia.
So I don't know. I guess it could be a
Japan?
state. That would be a far fucking state.
Yeah. So the United States took it from Spain. Then, as part of the Treaty of Paris in the Spanish-American War, we got Guam, and we just never gave it back.
Guam is in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Yep.
How did they find this place?
It has 19 villages.
Okay, but how did they find this place? How did people find it is what I want to know.
Spain had it.
I know, but how did they find it?
Let's see. He cited a random fucking island. Ferdinand Magellan found a random fucking island, decided to visit it, and then Miguel Lopez de Legazpi claimed it in 1565.
Were there people living there already though? Or was it
Fuck
uninhabited?
yeah.
Oh,
They
well
were
then how did they
Comorian
find
people.
it?
They were Guam, along with the Marina Islands, were the first islands settled by humans in remote Oceania. It's the first and longest of the ocean-crossing voyages of the Austronesian people.
Okay.
They first settled around 1500 to 1400 BC by migrants departing from the Philippines.
So basically they stumbled upon it too.
Yeah. So they stumbled upon it leaving the Philippines, and then they settled there, and they had Chamorros or Chamorri, so chiefs, like they had their whole class system. And then the Spanish showed up and said, "This is ours," and then smallpox happened.
Oh.
And then the Japanese settled in the Marianas Islands.
They have a university and a community college and a
The
high school,
Empire-
and they're all right there next to each other.
Yeah. The Empire of Japan attacked and invaded during the Battle of Guam. And the Japanese renamed Guam to Omayajima. And it lasted 31 months. Jesus Christ. And then we went and... That's so fucking sucky. Can you imagine you're just like a person just living on your island when they're like, sorry, we're actually in a war with the country on the other side of the fucking world that technically owns you? So you're gonna die.
That sucks, yeah.
You mean Jay-Z, not Jizzy.
Yeah, not Jizzy. Let's not, no.
Actually, Jay.
Jizzy. Yeah, she's very jizzy.
No, I'm just thinking Jizzy Minotaur.
Oh no. Sorry. Please don't do that to my mind.
Oh, Frizzy's not here to hear what I just said. Okay, good.
I'm back.
We were just talking about how fucked up it is that Guam got attacked by Japan for a country that is on the other side of the fucking planet.
When? World War II or recently?
World War II.
Okay. I was like, what
While
the
you were
fuck?
gone, Matt, while you were gone.
Yeah, you didn't see the news where it's like China invades Guam?
Jesus.
You know, we got school shootings, we got invasions of Guam, we got all sorts of fun stuff, and it's just not even on the radar, really.
Because it went from Northern Ireland talks to, well, if Northern Ireland wants to rejoin Ireland, to me going, I wish we could do that to Puerto Rico, and then from Puerto Rico we went to Guam.
Because you said Guam wanted to be a state, and I'm like, how?
They did. And the United Nations is actually in favor of self-determination for Guam.
So I'm looking at this resort, like
in Guam.
Yeah, and it finally looks gorgeous. It's a resort, like it's on a little island, like southish of it. It's not that far away. But
oh, Guam is beautiful. All the islands must have been so beautiful before we were like, let's put a cookie cutter, like 3-star hotel there.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at Coco's Island Resort, and I'm just like, I want to go to there.
We have, see, the difference between like islands like this and like the Americas, like Guam and like Coco's Island Resort and stuff like that, is like we have these long piers, we have the trees. Like Florida has these. Our water just looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
Like there's parts of it, but like
I really hate the D&D magic set.
yeah.
Yeah, they did stupid stuff. Don't like it. Shit doesn't make sense. And they also completely spoiled a lot of major things about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, this was the Baldur's Gate 3 crossover.
Mm-hmm.
You play Magic, Matt?
I just like the art, so I'll
Same. I pay attention to it. I played in Theros, which is a Magic setting.
I used to play it a lot, but it's a very expensive hobby, so I stopped.
Mm.
But now I just look at all the new cards because I like the artwork.
But Matt, you don't want to spend $3,000 on shiny cardboard?
Nope.
See, that's why I like getting into like, if I'm gonna play a card game, I'm gonna play like a relatively new one, or relatively like under played one. Like Cardfight Vanguard. There was a phase where Cardfight Vanguard was semi-popular.
Mm-hmm.
And playing a semi-popular card game is the best thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a popular card game is the worst thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
I wish I still had my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I wonder how much they would have been.
Depends. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't do like Magic does stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh like Pokemon is all about the collectibles and
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh not so much. Apparently Digimon is the underdog card game these days.
The original theme song for Digimon, I always misheard the lyrics as Digimon digital monsters, Digimon garlic chumpkins.
I used to say that too. I used to say that too as a little
child. Did
child.
You say garlic chumpkins?
No, I said garlic champions. I didn't say chumpkins, but you know.
Yeah. I think the actual lyrics are
Digimon digital monsters. Digimon are the champions.
The champions, yeah, but first
digital champions to save the digital world.
Digimon garlic chumpkins.
I love Digimon.
Yeah, Digimon are cool.
Frizzy!
Frizzy!
No, he's deafened.
He's deafened and muted. It drives me nuts.
But they actually released a new Digimon called Ghost Game, which is Digimon but horror genre, and it's so fucking good.
I never played any Digimon. I did try other card games though. I tried Legends of Runeterra and I tried Gwent, but those eventually got too expensive too.
I played Force of Will. That was my main like alt game. It was like Magic, but it had more like. It was like Magic, but there was less RNG to it because lands were not something that was just inherent. Like you had to have in you like had your own lands deck. So you could build like a smaller deck and still have that consistency.
Yeah.
Is Ghost Game also an anime, or is it just the?
It's an anime.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't work.
No problems.
There you go.
I like one of the Digimon designs out of these two characters.
Yeah, one of them is the little Triceratops. I think it's Gamamon. Gamamon's fucking adorable.
Yeah. Maybe
Did
the other
anyone
two are
watch-
cooler when they
Yeah,
evolve or whatever, but
I'm
well, that's a
probably the
cool
only one since I'm the youngest. Did anybody ever watch Dinosaur King?
Never heard of it.
mm-mm.
No. So fucking fire. 1 second.
I can't wait to play the New Horizon game.
Let me show you. So literally, it was like Pokemon, but instead of them catching Pokemon, they were catching dinosaurs.
Hmm.
And there's the little chibi dinos, but they also had full-on like CG dinosaur fights. Like, so you'd have full-on like dinosaur CG fucking battles. Here.
Oh god.
That looks rough.
That looks terrible.
But this is like early 2000 CGI.
Yeah.
But like, it was one of those things where like, if you like dinosaurs and you're a small child who could overlook some basic plot, they even had like edgy emo boy who was literally just like Itachi. Let's see if I can't find him. His name was Seth. Yeah, Seth. And he was the go-to edgy emo boy who had like the mysterious like face makeup, scar.
Hmm.
And he was the go-to edge boy. But he was
How
What
come
an
the-
edgy boy with a scar and all
And
that.
also
What?
the silver hair, like Riku. How come all of the edge peoples are silver hair?
Because they're from Final Fantasy.
Crazy!
They all want to be Sephiroth. Frizzy's back, and he didn't have to hear me say Jizzy Minotaur. That's great.
But then you just said it again.
Yeah.
You're the worst.
So, Frosty,
Yes.
welcome back, Disney.
why?
It was someone's
Why
face.
Jizzy Minotaur?
Because
Curious.
we were talking about Jay-Z, and it's Jay-Z, not Jizzy, and then it turned into Jizzy Minotaur.
Oh,
So
God.
actually, it's Matt's fault.
It's not.
Yeah, it's
Just like
your
the
fault.
Y'all
elf.
are gross.
Matt's fault too. Yeah.
If we
Whatever.
go back the
Oh,
room,
look how cute he has little wings too.
Hey, everyone's back. Let's
Yeah. Jizzy Minotaur does not give you wings.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I regret everything.
blue balls do.
Mm-hmm.
No.
God.
All right, hey, everyone's back. Let's get back to the game. So yeah, you've received your chromatic rose. How would you all like to proceed?
That's a good question.
Should we be back on the map?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Like, as much as I'd like to move my character, I cannot. Okay, there we are.
Well, we're committed to going after this glutton. So let's. Shin carefully steps over all the little houses in the roses. I guess let's go that way.
Mork has definitely stepped on them.
Don't step on them. They're
That the
people.
west
Probably before he actually knew they were houses.
So this is a fuck up
100%.
on my part, but there are supposed to be hedges there where the dynamic lighting ends. The west is blocked off.
Okay, wait. The west is blocked off?
The
This
direction
one?
you're heading.
Path. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is blocked off.
Well, we're supposed to go here, right?
Yeah, northwest.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is like the western area, like where the dynamic lighting ends, is where the hedges are. I just fucked up on
And
the
is
map.
there? It looks like there's a gap here, but that might just
think
be because
there's
there's a
a-
hedge.
Oh, right.
Right.
But they said that she was northwest.
Yeah, but they never said that there was a entrance to the northwest.
How would they know where that she is though if they've never left?
Because we probably have to cut through it. One may have grown, or they can fly, or if
Path
they live
over
in
here,
plants.
it will possibly go around, back around.
All right, let's try it.
Sorry, am I understanding right? This mark I made on the map here?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. There's hedges in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, we could
Okay.
always try to cut through the hedges, but hedges got hands.
Yeah, don't like the hedges.
As you start heading to the east, you do see it opens up into another clearing. You see a tranquil, crystal clear blue pond, roaring falls, pouring. You see these beautiful ornate wooden bridges leading into an island in the center of that area, and you see several passages leading in multiple directions.
Was this another one of the items that he wanted? Some of the water from the...
He didn't mention any water.
No, was it? What was it from the...
It was like a pumpkin, there was the rose, there was a shadow.
A piece of shadow, a pumpkin, a rose, and a piece of charcoal from the liquor man.
I gotta write
Oh.
that down. Pumpkin.
Wait, the liquor man?
Wicker
Wicker thing
man.
to light on fire.
Nothing from the pool. Why did I think that there was something from a pool?
I'm hearing liquor man, which is either someone who licks a lot or someone who has a ton of liquor.
Call the liquor man, also known as your high functioning alcoholic down the road.
Also known as your uncle.
As you get closer to that area, you do start to hear the sound of very faint sound of music as well.
Well, there they are.
As the rain is coming down, not too hard. It's just kind of this cool, gentle rain. As it starts to get warmer, the further east you go.
I'd be careful of that music. I think if anybody's going to go in there, it should be Jane and Earth.
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
maybe we could come back this way.
You can't be charmed, can you? Because you're elfy things.
Is that true of Adyrn elves?
No,
You
And
can't be
we can't be put to
You're
sleep.
resistant.
Yeah,
to
okay,
charm.
resistant to charm.
Yeah.
you can't be put to magical sleep.
I don't think I could be put to sleep.
I mean, I remember doing pretty good against Sippity way back when. You don't
Yeah.
know what that means, Rithian, but there was a harpy. So,
She's
let's...
pretty hot.
Oh yeah,
Ren will
her.
Oh my god, Heareth gross.
She just sort of just is like, well, she was. She kind of shrugs.
I have my axe to the moon.
She also sold date rape drugs and was a very bad person.
I
Heareth,
still have
so
that. She like kind of like shuffles around her satchel.
Why?
It might come in
Ren will-
handy.
Ren will cock an eyebrow at that. Also,
You're gonna
that
traumatize
statement,
the
that
Blight King.
statement
Okay.
is two
He's
eyebrows raised.
you know what? He deserves it.
Ooh, that's a weird statement.
That's an odd take, but okay.
Ooh,
He's traumatized us. I mean,
what's poppin'?
I'm not
And
gonna
I-
rape him. Jesus.
So where's that liquor man?
Let's go this way.
Rithian, as you start approaching the pool, you see a very pale arm reach out, breaking the surface of the water, and you see in the hand a very beautiful, ornate sword with a golden hilt and handle.
Hey, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is a good form of government for me. No one? Monty Python? Come on, y'all are...
No, it's
I did
it's
not
a
get that reference. You said it
fantastic
so
fucking.
quickly.
I was
and
just
then
more
you-
impressed with the reference. I wasn't. I didn't find it funny. I'm just impressed. I'm happy
I
that
was
you
just
made
more
it.
disappointed you said the fucking where it was from so goddamn quickly and didn't even have any time to think about it.
Basis for system government, goddamn.
I'm old, man. I need brain power. It's brain time to think.
The cogs start turning, the steam. Whoo!
So does Rithian say anything when he sees that?
Ren will, yeah. I think
Is that for
he'll-
me?
There's a lady. I think it's a lady. The hands look delicate. I guess it could be a twink.
Not for me.
Jesus.
With a
I'm
sword.
useless with it.
Etrian! How'd you get
The twink of the lake. Oh no.
And the Etrian of the lake.
I think maybe no one should touch that.
You all are having way too much fun.
It's just a sword.
In the Feywild,
And nothing is given for free.
nothing.
Nothing.
It's just a
Nothing.
place, right?
Rithan, as you get closer, you do
No.
see floating just below the surface of the water a beautiful woman in this kind of sheer white gown, a halo of silver hair spreading out on either side of her. And also, as you get closer and able to see more details of the sword, you see kind of etched onto the center of the hilt is the face of King Oberon.
He's
And you hear
the
a voice,
first summer king? Summer court?
the first king of summer, yeah. And you hear a voice in your head whisper,
We can't hear you, Matt.
That was a really good whisper, man.
saying, "Are you whispering? Are you worthy?" I guess my whispers don't come through very
No,
well.
it was a good whisper because
Nope.
no one heard
It
it.
was dead silent.
It was a great whisper. It's asking me if I am worthy. Interesting question.
I
Well,
really,
Are
really
you?
don't think you should. I think you should walk away.
Come on, it's just a sword in the lake. It's fine.
Morak, shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Morak doesn't know what the Feywild is. He's not very familiar with this.
Rithian, it's probably not cold iron, so it's not going to do you much good.
As you step out onto the center of the bridge, everything goes quiet. The rain stops
Like in midair.
Oh,
in
that-
midair.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Um,
scary. It literally the animation stopped.
I know. I stopped
Oh, that's spooky.
That's fucking
it.
I'm doing a Katara thing
ruined it.
here.
You don't.
Nah,
we're
you're
in
ruining the
time
magic.
You don't feel the wind pressing against you anymore. You don't hear the sound of your companions anymore. And as you look back, you see them all frozen in place as well. As the woman rises up out of the water, sword in hand, and just looks at you and poses the question, "Are you worthy?"
No.
You say
I'm just
no.
gonna say no, and I'm just gonna squat, like Slav squat.
We shall see. And she tosses the sword towards you. But it's your shadow that reaches up to grab it.
Oh no!
Fight.
Round one. Fight.
So I would like you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no! I'm 1v1ing myself.
Mimic tier.
I'm mimic
Mega
tearing.
Rithian.
Somehow you look at your shadow and it's just 2
Trying
times
to
swole as you.
roll initiative.
And it has a keyblade.
Hmm.
You actually have a lot in common. You're going to go for brunch later.
Yeah,
And its
yeah,
hair looks a little spiky.
That's a Scott Pilgrim reference.
Yes, it was.
All right.
You're welcome.
And I'm gonna play this song. It's not like a very upbeat song, but I think it's just a really pretty song, and I've already used it before, but I want to use it because I really like this song.
Okay, do it.
All right.
I'm gonna get
Briston, you
DMC.
are the first to act.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, this is a beautiful song. Jesus, I was not expecting that. Rithian will lean. He's squatted down, seeing the shadow rise. Is just gonna cup some of the water in his hand to drink it,
Okay.
and the veins are gonna become this black ichor, and the overgrown eye socket is going to grow more, almost like a half mask at this point, and I'm going to rage as my bonus action.
Okay.
And then draw a cold iron blade, and I'm going to make my 3 attacks.
Okay.
A 22
That will hit.
me for 12, and I am going to try to. Ooh, it's myself. So what am I trying to do against myself? Yeah, fuck it. I'll burn a maneuver. I'll try to trip myself.
Okay.
No, don't fuck your shadow. That's
I'll try to trip myself. Wait, that should have added. Did that not add? Oh no, it did add. I was just making sure it added on VT. My rage. For an additional point of damage, and I need a strength save.
don't trip me. Oh, that.
I'll roll a natural 1 for 14.
And knowing my own footfalls, I'm going to just take a step forward, drop the blade down, and just swiftly go for the Achilles, taking advantage of his own back step. And I'm going to make 2 more attacks at the now prone shadow. For a 32 to hit, which I imagine hits. For 16 plus 2, so 18, and then 3rd attack.
Hold on. The thing's being weird again. Anyway. Yeah.
For a grand total of 19. Not bad damage.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, your shadow springs back up, and you watch as he runs his hands along the blade, and this kind of spark of purplish energy connects the both of you as he casts Hunter's Mark. And he's going to make a trip attack against you as well.
Make sure not to burn it early.
28 to hit.
Yep.
For 21 points of damage, and you'll need to make a saving throw.
Oh, because I'm raging. There you go. So a 22, right?
I think that saves.
Oh, it's a 29. Yeah, 29 saves.
And he will. Yeah, he's just gonna try to hit again. 26 to hit.
Yep.
For 20 points of damage.
Is that piercing?
This is slashing.
Okay. I was just wondering for rage to happen.
Right. And then a 24 to hit for 21 points of damage. And your shadow just looks at you and goes, "You abandoned your home. You turned your back on your people. Are you worthy?" And that's it for his turn. Oh, I forgot to add the hunter's
Yeah,
mark
roll your
damage.
3d6.
Just
Sorry.
do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
6, 1, and 5 for a total of 12.
Okay. And Rithian will smile, not even answering, with sharp teeth now bared. The canines elongated far past human or even elven standards. And is just gonna whisper, "Sorry, he's not home today."
Hmm.
And time to make some attacks, baby. Let's go.
Lead on the herd.
I was just looking to see if I have any other bonus actions, but unless I want to activate my boots, no. So a 24 for 12. Second attack is a 32 for 17. And then the last one is another 24 for 15 plus 2. So all that. I keep forgetting that it's not adding the rage damage when it pops up.
It is.
Okay. It's just not doing it on my little thing, so I'm saying the number.
Yeah. It's showing up, though.
Just because, as a bonus action, I will... There's no place like home. And click my boots.
Okay. And is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Your shadow will bonus action second wind.
Yeah, get that health back, baby girl. Gonna need it.
Okay. And we'll make his 3 attacks.
As he's allowed to.
22 to hit.
Yep.
Sweep the leg.
We did that
For
already.
17 points
Do
of
it
damage.
again.
Okay.
It's like a fighting game. It's a broken move.
18? I don't think 18 hits.
Nope, and I'm going to... As the blade comes in, Rithian just off the shield's gonna let it go, and I'm gonna riposte.
Okay.
For a 25 to hit, dealing 12, so 14 plus 8. Burn a dice.
22.
Yep, for 22 points.
All right. You're just hacking away your shadow that doesn't seem to move or be phased. As it just kind of like stares at you. And then you make your riposte, and he will immediately follow up with his third and final attack, which is a 30 to hit.
That will hit.
For only 12 damage.
You add your 12's the min. Make sure you add your hunter's mark. I don't know if you passed the concentration checks, but
Thank you. Shit, concentration checks. Yep.
Yep.
Let's see.
needs to be, I think 3 10s, so it shouldn't be that
Alright.
bad.
15, 25, 14.
So it's
Yeah.
still up. And then
So that's wow, really double ones? All right, 2 points of damage from Hunter's Mark. That'll be it for his turn. Or well, no, he looks at you and says,
Not got piercer or something like that.
he says,
We-
"You let your friends die. You let her die before you told her how much she meant to you. Are you worthy?"
You heartless
It's your
bastard.
turn.
Alright.
my turn.
It is your turn.
How dare you? Let them die.
The jaw tightens. Everything locks up for a second. And the violence that was there falters ever so slightly as just through his voice, shut up. And he's going to... it would be so stupid. But it'd be so nice. Make 3 attacks. That's a 33. Which deals 16. That's a 17 to deal 19, and then, sorry, 21.
What's happening?
Make it 3 attacks, baby!
Okay,
It's okay, we're gonna do the stupid stuff after.
gotcha.
And then, final attack, so his third. So, 21.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, I mean, after your second attack, driven to anger and grief over your past failures, you drive your sword through the center of your own shadow, and it
Lynn
just
is gonna just mirror image Delorious Stroke run himself through with the blade, with the Shadow's blade.
and the shadow bursts outward and disappears. Well, it doesn't disappear. It kind of just sinks back to the ground like fabric and joins back to where it's supposed to be, attached to you. And the blade it was holding slides out of you and just lays suspended in the air. As the lady beneath the water rises up again and approaches it and takes it into her hands. And she looks at you and says, "Kneel, Rithian Carneros."
What the heck? Rin is going to kneel. Not even out of... The rage is just gonna drop. Not black ichor, but blood drips from his chest, and he just falls onto one knee.
She takes the sword and she taps you once on each shoulder. And she says, "Rise, the rightful king of summer." And then she takes the sword in both hands and presents it to you.
Guys, what the fuck? I'll stand up.
Can't tell you what to do.
I'll stand up.
You heard Mark's words in your head.
Do you reach out? Do you reach out for the sword?
I will... With her words, a shaky hand will be extended, but he is not grabbing. He's not reaching, but an open hand is there, should she wish to place it.
Places it into your hand. And she bows before returning to the water. And then as soon as she sinks beneath, everything starts moving again. Everything comes back to where it was. Time has not passed for the rest of you.
As was saying, Rithian, you shouldn't. What the hell?
Did Rithian just move and get bloodier?
Well, he's holding the sword, so something tells me he was worthy, so I don't see there was a problem here.
Rithian, you
Okay.
may add the Sword of Summer to your inventory.
How beat up do you look?
There's. It's definitely not superficial wounds, but it's nothing that is directly life-threatening.
Okay, so you got like cuts and stuff on you. You're like bleeding a bit.
Yeah.
Hirth kind of like rushes over and she asks, "Are you okay? What? You were here, then you were all of a sudden over there with holding that, and what happened?"
Rithian is going to first spit what appears to be a chunk of flesh from his mouth. The sinew between his own teeth. And just wipe his mouth. It's evidently not something dangerous. Like, it's not as if he's swallowed it. More just he bit his cheek so hard that
Ow.
some flesh came with it.
So, are you going to lose any more of your lung?
And he's going to stand up. Take off the bandages. Drop them in the water and just start walking back.
What does your eye look like in this moment?
The eye is overgrown. It is a collection of various plant life. There's sunflowers and irises and lilies and roses that all take up some sort of home. Yet amongst the beautiful flowers there is a weed, a familiar foreign entity. The very things that make up these hedges that has started to suffocate beauty that has begun to blossom in his eye. Finding its way amongst these beautiful flowers that have found a way to grow amongst flesh, slowly being choked out by whatever he has done to himself.
And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know what the fuck that was!
That was a shadow of yourself.
No, I didn't play that. Matt just asked me questions. I was very spooked.
Are we all gonna become the, well, we have a summer, spring, and we used to have a winter elf here.
Yeah, that occurred to me too. I was like, we had a elf from every court.
We had a full court. I thought we were all gonna become the kings and queens of,
A royal flush, if you will.
yeah.
So,
As Morak would say, that sounds really dumb.
Well, that makes you the king of winter, bud. Congratulations.
Yep, you're the king of
Oh.
winter.
Logan, let's talk about what
That was actually
traits
bold.
this sword has.
Yeah.
It starts with the cold iron property, because why would I give you the sword if it's going to be fucking useless in this place?
Understandable.
But you
Because
can
you're
roll a D100 5 times to figure out what the other traits are going to be.
Oh.
I'm sorry, 4
Oh.
times.
Oh,
5.
Oh my.
I'm
So
just gonna
a
play it to the highest
42,
for spirit.
And a 7, a 60, and a 48. So, ooh.
Too bad you didn't roll my number, 69.
Mhm.
Gross. The
What
sick
I rolled
stroke.
last time. It's what I
So
rolled last time. What
I
the
know.
fuck?
I'm just kidding.
it's going to be a +2. It's going to have 2 different special features, and oh wow, that really sucks. What the
Big,
fuck?
big rolls, baby.
You
big
rolled
rolls.
garbage. Fuck that.
Do you
No.
want to take 68, which actually I just rolled?
No, because it's gonna kind of, let's see what the special features are.
They can be good.
It'd be terrible. Let's just make it an awful sword. It's like, are you worthy for this piece of junk?
Like you get 3 special features though.
It's like you
Yeah.
got, if you've ever watched Let's Make a Deal, getting zonked with your sword.
No idea
No.
what that is. No.
Just me. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I grew up with 80s game shows.
If you're looking for special features, ones here are minor, and there's major things if you're looking for other ones, because this just has some of them.
Right. All right. Well, you know what? We'll figure that out and do some other stuff because that's kind of a bummer. I wanted it to be cooler than that. So we'll talk about what else it has and figure out something that's not ridiculous.
1 second, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, so what you'd probably want to be looking at, Matt, is artifact properties,
Yeah.
because those are more powerful.
I don't know where to find that.
I have the link if you need it.
Yes, please.
Because those are things like you get proficiency, you get resistance, even the minor ones.
Is this item a normal magic item or a homebrewed thing?
It's a homebrew thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
I figured, but
Okay.
a disc.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll 2 from minor, and we'll roll. Well, you don't really do spells.
But it lets you use an action to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Gives you, maybe it might give him pocket fireballs. Who knows?
Hey, look.
It would
if
make
you
sense
roll a
for someone.
major, if you roll a major, you can do a 7th level spell, which is kind of wild.
Oh yeah, now they hear you. Not the time you knocked over all my drinks.
So while attune this artifact, you gain proficiency in 1 skill of my choice. I will give you proficiency in what is something that would be related to the summer. I'm gonna give you proficiency in history. We'll start with that.
Take it.
It makes you immune to being charmed or frightened.
Take that. Especially frightened. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
And while attuning this item, you can use your action to cast 1 first level spell chosen from the DM, or actually be a 2nd level spell because of what I rolled. And
just make it a 3rd level and just make it fireball.
Fireball is.
We don't have wizards in our party, though. But that's the thing. We don't have a wizard in our party.
True.
And it is the sun thing. You know, fire.
That's not the same thing.
That's not the
Let's
same.
not lie to ourselves and act like
That
it's
is not the same.
thing.
It's not.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm just...
Yes, you are.
No,
you don't
I'm
have
not.
to hide it, Chelsea. We understand. We're your friends. You can
We'll
cry
give
in
it-
front of us.
I'll give you Adyrn Aganazar's Scorcher.
See, it's kind of like a fireball. This one's a scorcher. Ha!
It's probably nothing like a fireball.
It's 3d8.
It's something.
Actually,
And it's each creature 3d8, which is not bad
Yeah.
for a 30-foot line.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not a fireball though. But,
sorry, that's
you know,
that's once per day, a certain number of times per day, or is that infinite?
You get to roll a d6 to try to recharge it. If you roll a 1 through a 5, you can't use it again until the next day.
Okay.
So it's just
okay.
once per day with
So
the
it's
chance
pretty much
of,
once per day.
Yeah.
You know
Of
what?
getting it back, yeah.
I feel lucky. Damn it, that would have been cool.
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get another feature.
Oh.
I wish.
Yeah, you would.
You just
Do
broke
you want to give something up to take it so you get the finesse property?
Matt, my strength is +8. About that.
So what about?
We don't need finesse in these parts.
I rolled 66. Oh no.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 to 80. It's just like it gets a special property.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is where we will end it, and I hope y'all enjoyed the game and all of its little surprises.
Yes,
I
very
like
much so.
I like knob